Welcome everyone to docket 9816 CE 100, the application of Saratoga Solar Project LLC. This is for a CPCN for solar electric project in the town of Saratoga. My name is Michael Newmark, the Administrative Law Judge for the PSC, and we're here on Zoom for the party hearing session. We took public comments on Wednesday in 2 sessions, and just checking on Earth. At this time, the public comment total from comments that are filed after the notice of hearing was issued, that total right now is 84 comments. And we'll continue to take public comments. Oh, this is the last day today for public comments, so make sure we're clear on that. And those can be filed basically till the stroke of midnight on the internet, on the Commission's website, and also if we receive them today by U.S. mail, we can accept those comments. That's all we need for the notice. So I'm going to switch over to our service list. So let's just get appearances. Let's start with the applicant first.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Cahill and Max Lenz of Godfrey & Kahn appear on behalf of Saratoga Solar Project. Along with us today are the 4 witnesses who are appearing.
Okay, perfect. Our other party is Renew. Let's see, Andrew Cal's there. Okay. And Commission staff.
Stephanie Bedford, Assistant General Counsel, appearing on behalf of the Public Service Commission. With me is Assistant General Counsel Zach Peters.
Okay, great. And I see that I have this the service list on the screen. Any corrections or additions we need to make to the list? I guess we have Michael Vickerman for Renew. Should we just add you to that, Andrew?
Your Honor, I don't think that's necessary. I'm only appearing today because Michael couldn't attend the hearing, so I'm just here to take any additional record revisions that may be required.
Okay, all right, that's fine. And we have, so I just was curious, so I have Max Lenz. That's your screen name, but I have a different version on the service list. Just want to make sure we have your name spelled correctly.
Yeah, my full first name is Maxted, so that's correct on the service list.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. All right, so we can put that away. And move on to the offered evidence list. So there was nothing really too shocking on the list, just a few formatting corrections. I did want to note that there may have been there seemed to be some timing issue with the revised vegetation management plan and how that would be accepted, how it would be offered and then accepted for the record. And it just the way I was envisioning this, that we would add it to the application exhibit, so that because it's an application document, it's all put together in the same place. You can just include it with the original, just title that a revised Appendix I on the exhibit with the link on there. And then I think there may have been a citation to it in testimonies. Just want to update the citation so it refers back to the exhibit. The other items are pretty routine. Any questions about the comments?
No, Your Honor. And in fact, we filed the revised versions of those 4 documents yesterday afternoon.
Okay. How about with Renew? Any questions?
The only question I have, Your Honor, is timeline. I assume 3 business days for revision submission.
Yep, that's the schedule. You're right.
Thank you.
Okay, and staff. So I did have a question for witness Rowe to clarify that. Was it Rowe? Yeah, to clarify just the timing of that revised vegetation management plan. We could just do that on the record really quickly. But besides that, any questions from staff?
No, none, Your Honor.
All right. So I did want to mention just a tip here. So in my email where I sent out the offered evidence list, I did mention to refrain from from being over eager and getting those corrections in ahead of time. I appreciate everyone, being proactive about it, but you just never know if we need to make another correction here today, then you have to refile. So I do allow the time after the hearing for that final version to be filed. So, keep your powder dry and just hold off for filing revisions until after the hearing. We'll just operate as if they already appear on the record for purposes of the hearing, and then just expect those revisions in within the 3-day window. So, all right. So is there anything from the parties or staff?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I just have a phone call came in, so I just want to make sure we recognize that person here. Okay, so I did get a phone call connection here. Person whose phone number ends in 271. I'm just curious if you could identify yourself, please.
Your Honor, I believe that's PSC attorney Kara Coons, just observing the hearing.
Okay, yes, she's connected online, so that could be, she might need both.
Yeah, I mean, I just used the Zoom link. I didn't call in.
Okay, so you're not on the phone?
No.
No, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, people are free to observe, but if this is someone, we did take public comments already, so we won't be receiving public comments today. So you can feel free to stay on the line, but we won't be hearing from you, just to let you know. Okay, so let's get started then. We can begin with our applicant witnesses.
Saratoga Solar calls Emily Trubner as its first witness. Emily, if you can turn on your camera.
Yes, I see her there. Great. All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Emily, would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Emily Trubner. I'm Vice President of Permitting and Environmental for Savion.
And did you prepare direct and rebuttal testimony for filing in this docket?
I did.
And if I were to ask you the same questions as in the pre-filed testimony, would your answers be the same today?
They would be the same.
Thank you. We have no further questions.
Okay, witness is available for cross. Any questions?
No.
Yep, not seeing any here. Okay, thanks. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Saratoga Solar calls Chris Andrews as its second witness.
Great. All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I did.
All right, go ahead.
Chris, would you please introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Chris Andrews. I'm an electrical designer at Stantec.
And did you prepare direct testimony for filing in this docket?
Yes, I did.
And if I were to ask you the same questions as in your pre-filed testimony, would your answers be the same today?
Yes, they would.
Thank you, Your Honor. The witness is available for cross-examination.
All right, any questions? No? All right, you're excused. Thanks.
Thank you.
For our third witness, Saratoga Solar calls James McDaniel.
Okay, see you there. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Morning, James. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, I'm James McDaniel, Engineering Manager for Energy Storage for Savion.
And James, did you prepare direct testimony for filing in this docket?
Yes, I did.
And if I were to ask you the same questions as in your pre-filed testimony, would your answers be the same today?
Yes, they would.
Thank you. Again, this witness is available for cross.
Okay, any questions? Seeing none, you're excused.
For our final witness, Saratoga Solar calls Chris Picard.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Oh, we need to unmute your microphone. Sorry, should have told you that.
Sorry about that. I do, Your Honor.
All right, great, thanks.
Morning, Chris. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Chris Pekar. I'm Renewables Sector Leader for Stantec Consulting, and I was project manager for the Saratoga Solar Project for Stantec.
And did you prepare direct and rebuttal testimony for filing in this docket?
I did.
And if I were to ask you the same questions as in your pre-filed testimony, would your answers be the same today?
Yes.
I have no further questions, and this witness is available for cross.
All right, any questions? Seeing none, you're excused.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's take up Renew Wisconsin witness. Well, we have Andrew Kell on the line. Michael Vickerman filed these documents, but I'm not sure what capacity you want to appear. We can.
Your Honor, we'll be just filing attestation for witness Vickerman.
Okay. All right. So is witness Vickerman available for questions if need be?
He is not. I believe he's in airplane right now.
Okay, so let's just review our process for this. Maybe I think it's, we've had this happen in other situations. I try to be as flexible as I can, but we do like to have, we really have to have witnesses available for questions if there are any. In this case, of course, we knew ahead of time that parties and staff had no questions. This case is fairly uncontroversial. However, there's always a chance that a commissioner may appear and have questions. In that case, I want to make sure witnesses are available during the hearing to take questions, because no one likes to tell a commissioner that the witness isn't available for their questions. So I think in this situation, I can grant an exception, but in the future, I will not allow the testimony for witnesses who are not available for questioning at the hearing, whether or not there's any indication that there may be in those emails that are shared the day before. That doesn't mean the witness has to appear. It just means that basically they can connect if necessary. So in this situation, obviously, with the witness in the air at the moment, Michael Vickerman would not be able to connect to the hearing in case there was a question. And I think in every other time and I'm kind of hesitant to do this, but I think it's safe to say we can allow this testimony in today. But I've made it a point in many hearings not to do this because we don't want to start the practice where we have witnesses not available for questions. So I'll accept Mr. Vickerman's, Michael Vickerman's testimony by affidavit, and at least the party did appear. So I do appreciate you, Andrew Kell, for coming to the hearing to represent the party. So that does weigh in your favor in terms of accepting the testimony now. But like I said, I'm not going to be providing this this accommodation in the future. So be sure to, and in addition to that, what we can do, and we can do this now if you're willing, is just to have you stand in the shoes of Michael Vickerman if you feel capable of verifying that testimony. So that's the other option. I would actually probably prefer we do it that way, so we don't start kind of the door open for accepting a testimony for people who aren't here. So since you are here, would you be willing, do you think you are competent to verify those filings, or is that something only witness Vickerman has the expertise to attest to?
Your Honor, I have reviewed Mr. Vickerman's direct testimony and exhibits. I have not performed all the calculations that he claims in his direct testimony, but I'm familiar with the resources, which is Public Service Commission documents and Energy Information Administration documents, but I have not performed the calculations that Mr. Vickerman has done.
Okay. Well, I think given that there's no controversy with that and that you are familiar with the documents, and I know you from as commission staff, your experience at the commission, that you are perfectly capable of, of understanding those documents, maybe even wrote some of those orders. I'm not sure, but so let me have you verify them, so we don't run afoul of my
Sure.
kind of strict rule on this. So let me swear you in. That was just a long way of getting to this point. Sometimes the gears need to get a little oil on them first to warm them up. But so let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. So just state your name for the record.
Andrew Kell. I represent Renew Wisconsin.
Okay. So we had filings from your colleague, Witness Vickerman, a direct filing, and 5 exhibits. Are you familiar with those documents?
Yes, I am.
And do you feel competent to verify those documents under oath?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so are those documents complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, they are.
Okay, perfect. All right, did you have any, and I didn't really ask anyone else, I should have, if they had, well, I guess that's up to the attorney, but let me ask you if you had anything else to add at this time?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I do not have anything to add this time.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, so any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, perfect. All right, thanks. You're excused. Thanks for putting up with that. So let's move on to commission staff. Who's our first witness?
Our first witness is Justin Adams.
All right, there you are. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Go ahead.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Justin Adams.
What is your position at the Public Service Commission of Wisconsin?
I am a financial analyst.
And how are you involved in this docket?
So I filed direct testimony for this docket.
Did you also file one exhibit in this docket?
Yeah, I'm looking back at the list here. Sorry, I can't see it, Judge. If you could.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, I believe so. I couldn't see the header. So yes.
Are the statements and representations
Yeah,
in the
let's get off the record just for a second.
Okay, sure.
I have a direct marketer who likes to call exactly at this time every day. I should have just paused in the first place. Okay, let's get back on the record. Yeah, go ahead.
Are the statements and representations in the testimony and the exhibit you filed in this case true and correct?
They are.
Do you have any additions or modifications to your testimony or your exhibit at this time?
I do not.
Your Honor, the witness is available for cross.
Any questions? No? All right. Thanks, you're excused.
Thank you.
For our second witness, we'd like to call Andrew Kraft.
Okay, here he is.
Hey.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead.
Please state your name for the record.
Andrew Kraft,
What is your position at the Public Service Commission of Wisconsin?
environmental analyst.
How were you involved in this docket?
I am the environmental review coordinator.
Did you file or cause to be filed direct testimony in this docket?
There is the EA. I don't see it listed as an exhibit.
Oh,
There.
yeah, it's at the top of our list.
Okay.
Just to try to make it a little bigger. You know, I can take the notes off here. That might help. So at the top, it's because it's a PSC exhibit. It's just listed at the top of the commission staff document there.
Would I say yes then to that? I suppose.
I can rephrase the question as well. Did you file or cause to be filed direct testimony in one exhibit in this docket?
Yes.
Are the statements and representations in the testimony and exhibit you filed in this case true and correct?
Yes, they are.
Do you have any additions or modifications to your testimony or exhibit at this time?
No, I do not.
Your Honor, the witness is available for cross.
Okay, any questions? Seeing none, you're excused. Thanks.
Thank you.
The commission calls as its third witness, Dan Grant.
There you are. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Please state your name for the record.
Daniel Grant,
What is your position at the Public Service Commission of Wisconsin?
public service engineer.
How are you involved in this docket?
I was the review engineer for this docket.
Did you file or cause to be filed direct testimony in this docket?
Yes, I did.
Are the statements and representations in the testimony you filed in this case true and correct?
Yes, they are.
Do you have any additions or modifications to that testimony at this time?
No, I do not.
Your Honor, the witness is available for cross.
Any questions?
No,
Okay.
Your Honor, other than to apologize for not referring to you as Dr. Grant in testimony.
Oh, that's fine. Just want to keep things straight here. And it goes to the credibility. I mean, I wouldn't do it otherwise, but I think when it comes to a title like that, I just want to keep that consistent. So thanks for making the change. Okay, so no cross. Thanks. You're excused.
The commission calls Jerry Rademacher to the stand.
All right. Raise your right hand. And do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Please state your name for the record.
Jerry Rademacher.
What is your position at the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources?
Water management specialist.
And how are you involved in this docket?
I reviewed the docket for potential waterway and wetland impacts, and I also served as the DNR PSC liaison.
Thank you. Did you file or cause to be filed direct testimony in this docket?
Yes, I did.
Are the statements and representations in that testimony true and correct?
Yes, they are.
Do you have any additions or modifications to that testimony at this time?
No, I don't.
Thank you, Your Honor. The witness is available for cross.
Okay. Any questions? No, seeing none, you're excused.
Thank you.
For our fifth witness, the commission calls Stacy Rowe.
Okay. There you are. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right.
Please state your name for the record.
Stacy Rowe.
What is your position at the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources?
I am the Endangered Resources Utility and Transportation Liaison.
And how are you involved in this docket?
I reviewed the proposed project for impacts to rare and non-game species.
And did you file or cause to be filed direct and rebuttal testimony in this docket?
I did.
Are the statements and representations in the testimony you filed in this case true and correct?
Yes, they are.
Do you have any additions or modifications to your testimony at this time?
No, I do not.
Your Honor, the witness is available for cross.
Okay. Any cross for this witness? No. I did have that one clarifying question. I believe it's from your testimony. It dealt with the vegetation management plan. So there just seemed to be a little bit of confusion with the timing of the revision and what maybe you might have known, but what was in the testimony on file might have been a little different. So I think the simplest way to get that clarified is just to ask you that when preparing your rebuttal, did you consider the seed mix provided by the applicant's revised vegetation management plan?
Yes, yep, I did with the revised plan.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Any follow-up from that from anybody? No? Okay, great. Okay, well, with that, you're excused. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
And for our last witness, the commission calls Samantha Whitens to the stand.
And here you are. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Please state your name for the record.
Samantha Whitens.
And what is your position at the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources?
I'm a water resources engineer.
And how are you involved in this docket?
I reviewed the project for potential stormwater impacts.
Did you file or cause to be filed direct testimony in this docket?
Yes.
Are the statements and representations in the testimony you filed in this case true and correct?
Yes,
Do you have any additions or modifications to your testimony at this time?
I do not.
Thank you, Your Honor. The witness is available for cross.
Okay, any questions? No, seeing none, you're excused. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all our witnesses then. Turn the screen share off. So at this point, I don't think we have much else to do. We'll just expect the revisions in three working days. There's no affidavits to come in, and we'll just there's a briefing schedule. I think we'll just let it sit as it is, and parties can decide whether they want to do a brief or a reply brief. You know, it might not be necessary to do a reply brief. You just want to send in a letter saying you're waiving the reply brief. That's fine. Just to get it on file. But otherwise, I think that's all we need. Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much, everyone. We're adjourned.